Well, hello, everybody. Do we have a very special campfire tale tonight? This is the first time ever in campfire tale history. This is a Eli and Jamie only episode. I don't even know what's going to happen. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little excited. I don't even know. Jamie, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. This is exciting. This is the unknown.
It's already starting off great because for those watching the YouTube video, if it looks like you're watching the 1960s Godzilla movie, so I don't know what Marinette's doing, but you know what? We're gonna keep trucking through. That's what trucies do, right? We just keep trucing on through.
Yep.
That should be a T-shirt.
Trucying on through.
Keep trucying on.
Keep trucying. Is it keep trucking?
Yeah, but instead of keep trucking, keep trucying. Keep trucying. Yeah. That should be a shirt.
We're starting off great. Okay.
That should be a shirt.
I'm sure we're gonna have many more ideas as this goes on, but
we will. But Jamie, before we get into stuff, I do have a question for you.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a swamp?
Not quite. I've been to like the Florida Everglades, but didn't go in. I've never even gone on like the boat tours or anything. Like the alligator. So no. So not quite.
Okay. Can I ask you a question about the swamp?
The one I've never been to, yes.
Yeah, the one you've never been to. Let's say you finally decide to go to a swamp. Right? It's your first time. And
obviously,
whatever reason you're in this swamp, you end up coming across something that lives in a swamp.
Okay. When you say something, is this like a person, an animal?
You're not sure. You've never seen anything like it before. Would you rather run across something that might try to look under your skirt?
Okay.
And tickle your feet?
Oh, I thought it was going to tickle something else, but okay.
Or a frog-headed thing that's trying to convince you to have birth.
Like it's babies?
No, it wants you to have a baby.
But it's babies?
No, just a baby. It just wants to help you have a baby.
Well,
it wants to deliver the baby. I guess I should be very careful how I word that. This frog-head thing wants you to get pregnant so it can help you deliver the baby, but you have to do it there in the swamp.
Okay. Well, since I'm pretty sure on this podcast my stance on children is pretty well known. I'm gonna have to go with whatever's gonna look up my skirt and tickle my feet and nothing else, because I'm not fucking reproducing a child for a frog.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Well, hey, we watched Hatchet last week.
We did,
and I hated it.
That's my fault.
I hate Victor Crowley.
Still don't apologize, but it's okay.
I'm still waiting for my apology card in the mail. I think you owe me up like $7
last night.
Oh my god! Oh, you need help. You need help, Jamie. And you know what? I'm here to help you tonight.
Okay.
Because I hate Victor Crowley. It's terrible. So I found.
Wait, I have to say, I know this isn't even on the main, and this is just us, but
yeah, of course.
They did change his look by 2. You were right, because I rewatched 1, 2 yesterday. I was on a roll yesterday. And I rewatched on and off parts of 1, but then I rewatched 2. And you're right, they do change him from 1 to 2. I started 3, but I said I would come back to it like tonight and see. Right. But
he gets worse looking in every movie.
I wonder why.
And it's not even some people are like, oh, it's 80s slashers. But the thing was, though, even no matter how bad the movies were, those slashers always tried to at least make the killer look good.
Decent, yeah.
Yeah, that's where most of their makeup budget went. You know what I mean? Where Victor Crowley took the opposite, and by the fourth
something happened to him, but let's not count 4. We had that conversation.
By the third one, they're like, "Hey, let's all stand in a circle, chew a bunch of bubble gum. We'll just slap it on this guy's head and see what happens." That's what it looked like.
Back to the swamp.
Anyways, I went searching across various lores and books and dark places, and I found a list of things that haunt swamps that would have been better than Victor Crowley. And I'm here to help you get off that high horse when it comes to Hatchet and admit that one of these things on this list is better than Victor Crowley.
Okay.
Now, in true campfire fashion, some are scary.
Oh God. Okay.
Some are scary for other reasons.
Like the one that wants to tickle my feet?
Potentially, that could show up on this list.
Okay.
Potentially. But we're going to get into it.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
This first swamp creature comes straight from British folklore. Did you know there were swamps in England?
No, but I mean,
I don't think they're like Louisiana swamps. I think they're more like marshes, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Bogs. Are those?
Bogs. Bogs. Yeah, right. This entity goes by the name of Jenny Greenteeth.
Jenny, like a girl's name, not
exactly
gender normative, but like, Jennifer, like Jenny.
Exactly, Jenny, like Jenny, the name.
Green
teeth. That's correct.
Okay. She's already out, but okay, continue.
First off, Jenny Greenteeth has such a hold on British folklore that the commoner name for the marsh plant duckweed, they call it Jenny Greenteeth for short.
Oh,
which is a longer name than duckweed.
Then yeah,
but that's the common name.
Okay.
Jenny Greenteeth is an old lady covered in swamp muck and reeds, who looks like a very old lady. Some people say she has like a skeletal face.
Okay.
Her teeth are covered in swamp moss, hence the green
teeth. Yeah.
And she basically wanders around and tries to eat anybody she comes across in the swamp. And they say sometimes she'll even lay on the surface of the water to look like, I guess, pond scum. Okay. And if you walk too close to the swamp, she reaches out and grabs you, drags you to the swamp, and eats you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now you can't even go to the swamp because there could be an old lady covered in swamp scum with green pointy teeth here to eat you.
You know, this is totally off. I mean, it's on topic, but totally off base, I'm sure. I just recently played a video game that had an old creepy lady in a lake-ish swamp. And I wonder if
Resident Evil 7?
No, it was an indie game. And it was like a lore game. It's like a sibling duo. You would play this, actually. I should have sent it to you.
Was it were there like ghost hunters?
No, it's like a sibling duo, and the sister goes missing. So the brother, I need my friend Dave. So the brother goes to find, and it's got like giants and like it's like a horror game.
I legit played it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I have that on my wish list. You would want
to play that. Yeah, fuck. What is it
called? Because I legit have that on my wish list on Steam. I thought about downloading it.
I played it on Xbox.
The trailer looked really good.
It starts a little slow, and then it gets there, and you're like, oh fuck.
I like games like that. Have you ever played Senzu Hellblade?
No.
It's about like this. You play this Viking girl.
Okay, I'm looking this up while we talk, just because we're both talking.
She believes she's like haunted by spirits, but she has schizophrenia, and the company was trying to, like, they're trying to promote like awareness of like what people with schizophrenia suffer with.
Okay,
and they recommend you wear headphones because like, I guess they studied and very accurately got what it sounds like to somebody in a schizophrenic episode when they hear voices.
Oh.
And like that happens to you the whole time you're playing.
Oh.
It's crazy. And the sequel's coming out. It's a very good game. It's called Senzu Hellblade. That's another game you might like. It's
okay. I'll have to check that. And I found this one. It's Bramble the Mountain King.
Bramble, that's right. Yep.
Yeah. So you would it's right up your alley.
Yeah, I'm off. You convinced me. I'm gonna play it now.
Yeah.
Do I get to fight Jenny Greenteeth?
I don't know. That's what got me on this tangent is like I don't want like spoiler alerts because like one point there's like a creepy old like thing in the I think it's this game. Like creepy old thing in like the lake-ish swamp, and I'm just like, as you're describing this, I'm just like, I feel like I remember that.
Already better than Victor Crowley. What do you think?
I could be mixing things in like but
hey,
yeah.
What do you think of Jenny Greenteeth? Better than Victor Crowley? Are you?
No, but you know.
It's at least she's covered in like swamp scum that looks like she belongs in a swamp, just not wearing overalls.
Okay, but you know.
All right. You know what? Let's move on to the next one. Maybe the next one will get you. The next one comes straight from Finland.
Okay.
And I'm about to butcher the ever loving shit out of this name.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's called the Naki.
Oh.
Naki.
How do you butcher that, though? How's it spelled?
N A umlaut.
Oh, forget it. Yeah.
KKI.
Okay. Whatever. However you said it is fine.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
These are shape-shifting water spirits that hide below the water of like swamps and bogs. And they just kind of float there and stare at the surface with their glowing eyes to attract children to come to the edge of the water in the swamp so they can rip them in and drown them.
Oh, okay.
In all the pictures, they just look like little weird worm-haired things that just kind of floats with glowing eyes.
That's it?
But they drown children.
They drown children. I mean, Victor Crowley would drown children too.
Never saw that in any of the movies.
They didn't put any children in the movies, but he would.
Oh, well, maybe he's super lame then, because even Jason almost killed some children. Just saying. And they can shape change. Like, they can look like any like creature in the swamp. And then the next thing you know, it's got glowing eyes and worm hair.
Well, that's the thing. I'm confused. Does it look like an alligator and then change to pull the children? Like, what is it like?
It takes any shape. Like, it can look like creatures in the swamp.
So when does it have the glowing eyes and stick it like?
Well, when it's just like floating in the water.
When it's just itself?
Yeah. Think of it like Pennywise, kind of. But instead of a clown, it's a weird thing in a swamp water.
Its regular form is just okay.
Yeah. It's got the deadlights.
Okay.
For children.
Yeah.
But it just likes to hang out a dirty swamp.
Okay. With Jenny Green Teeth.
Yeah. They could be, they'd be hanging out.
I feel like at this point, Jenny Green Teeth would be scarier than this water worm thing.
Well, I mean, old ladies are scary in general.
They are, and then
and if you throw them in swamp water, if there's
and you give her gross teeth like that, I'm not a big fan.
You know that's not scary then?
What?
Victor Crowley.
Oh, Victor Crowley? No, but it's still reminding me of this game. So when you start it later, let me know.
Yeah, I will. I'll tell you now. All right. Well, hey, let's take a little trip to Russia.
Okay.
To another name I'm going to butcher the shit out of.
Mm-hmm.
The Rusalki.
Okay.
Now, the Rusalki are ghosts of drowned Russian maidens, because apparently, back in the day, it was common for Russian maidens to drown in swamp water.
Only women can't swim. Okay.
I don't know if it's they couldn't swim or if
it's only
anytime someone would kill a Russian maiden, they're like, "Why I have to take her to the swamp and drown her?"
Okay. All right. So just women, though, we're talking.
Just women.
They're drowned women. Okay.
They are. And after they would drown in the swamps, they would come back completely buck naked for some reason.
Because why not?
Where they would dance and sing on top of the water to lure men in to the swamp. And then they would do one of two things. One, they would drown them to death.
Yeah, okay.
Or
to life, yeah. Okay.
Or they would tickle them to death.
Stop. Wait. Back up.
Yeah, so yeah. Back up, yeah.
Tickle them to death.
That is correct, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, this one's hilarious. And I mean,
how you tickle somebody to death? I'm not entirely sure.
They're kind of like sirens of the swamp, though.
Except for instead of like singing and bringing you out to like rip your throat out. They're dancing naked, and then they tickle you to death.
Have you ever taught us about sirens? No, right?
No, we haven't had a siren movie.
Yeah. There's some mermaid movies out there. We should maybe like...
Well, mermaids are different than sirens.
I know, but aren't they? But can't we go along the... But like, they are. But
there
like, I feel like horror movies that use mermaids sometimes mix them with sirens, I guess.
Sometimes. They do.
Yeah, that's why I'm like...
They do sometimes. Yeah. Okay. But these are just...
Yeah, these are just swamp sirens.
Dancing naked ghosts who want to tickle you to death. Now, I don't know what tickle to death means. Does that mean they just tickle you so long and then you starve to death? Or do they tickle you so hard that while you're laughing, splash around the swamp water?
Yeah,
but then isn't that still drowning?
No, they tickle you so hard. This is such a weird statement. They tickle you so hard that that I guess you're in physical pain. I think it gets painful and you like can't breathe or it's just too rough.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound a little controversial.
Yeah.
if you can be tickled to death, maybe you deserve to die.
Yeah. Well, that's a fair statement.
If you're like, this tickling hurts so like I'm laughing so hard, it hurts that I have to die.
You know when people laugh so hard like they can't breathe? You know, like the statement like, oh, I can't breathe. Or like, you know, you're laughing so hard, you're like, oh, I can't breathe. Like people are like,
don't make excuses for these people.
I'm just
these people are weak. Don't make excuses for them.
Well, these sirens are lower than the other two, I think.
Oh wow. Even then
well, they're cooler. Nah, they're in the middle. I still think the old lady's the worst.
Yeah, oh for sure. The scariest.
And then these women are just fucking funny.
Yeah. Now I will say this. This will not be the first time tonight we talk about tickling.
Oh, great. So, because someone's tickling my feet still.
Someone's got some feet tickling coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Wait, how about we head to the Slavic region of Europe?
Okay.
And we're going to talk about another name that I'm about to just butcher the shit out of.
You know what? You can make that blanket statement right now that the remainder of these names.
You know what?
Are
great idea. Blanket statement, cover this whole episode. I'm going to butcher 80% of these names.
Yeah. 80? Bold.
Maybe 90. Sure. Maybe 90. We're going to Slavic Europe, and now we're going to talk about the Vodyanoi. 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 I don't know. Basically, they're creatures that live in swamps. They look half amphibian, and half old wrinkly man.
Oh God.
That have algae for hair and algae beards.
Well, that you said for hair. Oh, you mean head hair and facial hair.
Their hair is algae.
All hair is algae.
Yeah, think of like if Bob Ross was a half a frog.
Yeah, I'm gonna
and his hair and beard was algae.
I'm gonna assume that goes for all hair, body hair on these creatures.
And
algae.
They either are standing, they just stand in the swamp, or they'll find floating logs, and they'll just stand on the floating logs, and that's it. They just stand there. And basically, they have a territory. Like they'll claim an area of the swamp for their own. And if you go out there fishing and they see you, they'll come over and drown you so they can take your soul and keep it in their porcelain cup they keep. Unless they like to smoke pipes, so if you give them tobacco, they'll let you fish in their swamp, and if it's really good tobacco, they'll help you get some good fish.
Wait a minute. So now, wait. So first of all, go back to their porcelain glass.
They have a little porcelain cup, a little teacup.
They just carry around with them.
Yeah, they carry it around. Yeah.
Little teacups with them.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And then if you just bring them good tobacco, not only will they not do anything, but they will actually they're like magical creatures which will
help you fish.
Yeah,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
These are pretty lame.
First off, they look like Bob Ross frogs.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Creepy. And they're just like sitting naked on a log in a swamp with a porcelain cup and a pipe in their mouth.
Yeah, this is all very weird. Sorry.
And if they kill you, they put your soul in a cup and they just hang on to it for some reason.
Yeah, a porcelain little cup, a little teacup. Do they drink it? Do they drink your soul?
They just keep the souls in their cup.
How does this cup overflow? How big is this cup?
Well, I mean, for the picture, it looks like a little. It's like a little teacup.
I have a lot of glasses. Oh my God, I have a lot of questions about this cup.
And also, when you present the tobacco to them, to earn extra favor.
Oh, now there's even more.
Well, so there's a lot of rules with tobacco. So if you have your tobacco and you're like, I know there's a Vodyanoi in here, and I want to fish, they say the first thing you should do is as you're like going on the boat, sprinkle a little tobacco in the water. That way they smell it and they know.
Luring them. It's like chumming.
Like, oh wait, someone's bringing me some good tobacco, right? And then when you see them, if you go, here's your tobacco, Lord Vodyanoi, that shows utmost respect, and they know you have good tobacco. They'll help you get good fish.
I have two questions.
Yeah.
So basically, everybody who goes fishing should just carry tobacco
in a swamp.
But I actually, in the swamp there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I actually have now a legit question about 2024. Do you think, out of tradition, do people just carry tobacco with them when they go fishing in the swamp?
Maybe in Slavic Europe.
That's what I mean. Like,
yeah,
think
maybe.
like they just like it's like a thing. Like you got your.
I mean, I don't know because I feel like loose leaf
fishing box, and you put some tobacco in there.
I don't know. I feel like loose leaf tobacco is really not like common anymore.
So just like keep it in like a little Ziploc baggie.
Or would you just
traditional thing?
Flick cigarettes in the water.
I just mean like it's like a thing you carry on you out of like.
Yeah. So like before you go fishing, they're like
old
cutting.
School tradition.
Like, yeah, they're cutting all their cigarettes open.
Tackle box. Yeah. You just keep in your tackle box. It's like a thing.
If this was America, you just throw them pack Marlboro Reds. It'd be like, there you go.
All right. Well, I still don't like these guys, but okay.
Wow.
They're lowest on the list now. Yep. You heard me.
A naked frogman with,
and they don't even compare to Victor Crowley and his giant chainsaw.
They have a porcelain cup filled with souls.
Yeah. Yes, they have a teacup. You're right. They come out with their little teacups.
Do you know how frightening that would be if you're in a swamp, right? And you see a naked frogman with, I can only imagine, Bob Ross fro and beard, pipe sticking out of his mouth, holding a little teacup, which doesn't make sense that teacup's in a swamp, and there's just souls in it.
I'm pretty sure the teacup ruins it. Do souls look like something? How do I even know there's souls in it? It probably just looks like tea. It looks empty.
I don't think souls are brown, like tea water.
Is it glittery? Maybe it's glitter.
Maybe it's glitter, or like.
Now I might be intrigued.
Or maybe it looks like like foam, like that kind of smoky with like dry ice and something.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Still don't like them, but I'm trying to make them sound better.
All right. Well, you know what? How about this? I think you'll like this better.
This one's gonna tickle my feet.
I think so. No, not yet. We're not there yet. We're gonna go to Ireland.
Okay.
Are you familiar with
St. Patrick's Day? How appropriate.
St. Patrick's Day just passed?
Yep.
Are you familiar with a Kelpie?
No, but why do I feel like I've heard that before?
Kelpie's
it's a phrase for something?
Well, like people talk about Kelpies, like they call some fish Kelpies and stuff. But
maybe. Okay.
In Irish lore, a Kelpie was a water horse demon.
Okay, water horse demon.
Now, basically, what they would do, right, is some people say they looked like odd horses. They were always wet. Instead of hair, they basically had like bulrushes for hair, like a swamp reed, like a bulrush. You know what that is?
No, I don't. But okay.
They're like you ever see you ever see pictures of swamp? There's like those weird like green stalks with the brown.
Yeah. Those things. I know what those things are. That's what that is. Okay.
Excuse me. And basically, like they would, instead of hair, they had bulrushes or whatever. But like some people said they could change their appearance when they were on land. They look like a regular horse. Closer to water they get, the wetter and like more like almost like fish horsey kind of they look.
Fish horsey. Okay.
But what they would do is they would basically kind of like wander around on land and trick people into be like, oh, there's basically a free horse.
Mm-hmm.
And like they would let them get on them, and then they would run as fast as they could to the water and drown them.
Okay, I just love these horses. I mean, they're not scary in Victor Crowley, but they're pretty awesome.
I mean, there's like if you look at some of the pictures, people say like when they're in the water, they look like demonic aquatic horses.
What are they called again?
They're called a Kelpie.
Oh, that's right, a Kelpie. Yes.
Kelpie. And their whole deal is just to trick people into riding them so they can run straight to the swamp and drown them.
Kelpie horse.
Yep.
Oh, they look so cute. They also have them as black, which makes them cool. Mm-hmm. Black in these pictures, most of these pictures. Oh, that's a book. I thought this was a movie that we had to watch immediately called Kelpie, but it's a book. Okay, they're water horses.
Yeah.
Oh, but here's one with like moss and shit on.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, they're adorable and cool, but I wouldn't put them scarier than Victor Crowley.
A horse that tricks you into thinking it's a nice horse that's going to give you a ride and then runs like hell to the water to drown you.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I want one of these.
It will drown you.
I want a Kelpie. Maybe I send it out to drown other people. It's like a water unicorn.
Well, first off, how are you going to convince this Kelpie to work for you?
This person drew a Kelpie as like a horse/mermaid, horse/fish.
Well, that's what they kind of like. This like some of the lore says they do. Like
so, they do. So, like the second half of them,
the closer
mermaid tail.
Oh no!
This has like a tail. This has like a.
No, I've seen pictures of like instead of like a hair tail, they have kind of like a fish tail.
Oh, okay.
You know.
All right. Well, I mean, I like the Kelpie, but I mean, I do like it.
I'm afraid for you to ever go to swamp.
Why? Because I'm gonna ride the horse.
You would just walk up to these things, and then they would hurt you.
For the record, this one says, "Oh, but this is." Wait, where did we just say this was? Ireland?
Yeah.
This is Scotland.
Well, I mean, it's like the Celtic area.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Because this does say that, or a hybrid with the front half of a horse and the back half of a fish.
Well, when they're in the water, they say they look more fish-like when they're in the water.
Yeah, most of the pictures you are correct, or horse-like, but then there's like the anyway. All right, the Kelpie's cute. I'll let him exist.
I'm afraid for you. I'm afraid for you. All right. Well, how about this? How about we take a little trip to Japan?
Oh, okay.
And we're going to talk about a kappa.
Okay.
They are a humanoid turtle. It looks like a little Ninja Turtle, basically.
Or like the turtle from like Mario?
Kind of. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Except for it's got like web feet and hands.
Okay. Don't turtles have web? Okay. Anyway, yeah.
Not all turtles, like water turtles do.
No, okay.
Like tortoises don't. Which I guess is a turtle, but whatever.
Oh, yeah. Sea turtles.
Mm-hmm. They are considered a mischievous trickster water demon. For fun, it likes to hide in the weeds, and when women walk by, let out loud farts.
Oh.
Try to look up their skirts or kimonos.
Uh-huh. Oh, this is the one I picked.
And tickle their feet.
Okay.
But if it's feeling very mischievous, it likes to kidnap people, take them back to their swamp, drown them, and then dismember and eat them.
Wait, so it either wants to tickle your feet or dismember and eat you, is what you're telling me.
That's correct.
Based on its mood. On top of all of this, it just looks like a fucking little turtle person.
It looks like a Ninja Turtle, correct? Yeah. And a lot of the pictures, they have hair. They have like little like fro looking things. Its two favorite foods.
Yeah, is dismembering and eating people.
Well, its favorite food is children.
Okay, of course. Uh-huh.
Its very close second favorite food, cucumbers. So a lot of people, if they're walking by an area with kappas,
Wait, are these just two totally different? Like, this doesn't even make sense. This thing is a split personality.
I don't understand. What? It uses a little fiber. You know what I mean?
I'm looking at pictures of it.
And so when people walk by,
no, this one's hideous.
Areas that they know have kappas in Japan, they'll keep cucumbers in their pocket, and they'll throw cucumbers out to distract them.
Yep.
And it's actually,
or they'll throw children out to distract them.
Maybe if you like cucumbers better than children. And actually, a kind of a common thing is for mothers when they have a baby is writing their child's name on a cucumber.
Okay.
And throwing it in a kappa pond, because then it's an offering like, hey, I gave you this cucumber so you don't eat my child if it ever comes near here.
Oh, this doesn't work. I was trying to show you this one picture on Google of a kappa hugging a cucumber.
Yeah, they love cucumbers.
This is, okay, not better than Victor Crowley, but the fucking most bizarre thing I've heard in a long time.
Well, I think it just depends what mood it's in, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
hey, it might just want to like tickle your feet.
Completely bipolar.
Look under your skirt. Fart in your general direction.
When you asked me about it, you only gave me the positive side of the kappa.
I did.
It's going to tickle my feet. And
yeah.
You didn't tell me it was going to dismember and eat me.
Well, it might. Depends what mood it's in.
Yeah, and more preferable if I was a child.
Yeah, or it might just
cucumber.
It might just want to fart on you.
Yeah, that's I can handle that one, I guess.
You know what I mean? I would have rather seen Hatchet, bunch of little kappas around. Yeah, farting and murdering people.
Oh God. I mean, they dismember like Victor Crowley, so that's the first time we've
there's a picture I saw earlier of like there's like 4 of them, in like a swamp area, and they just tore apart this lady. They're like washing over parts of the the water, and there's like little cucumbers floating around too.
Is there no Kappa movie? Because this is on our list to make then. Because come on,
I'm gonna look.
He better be in the next fucking bracket of like
about Kappa.
He better be in the next bracket of.
So in 2010, there was a movie called Death Kappa.
Death Kappa.
It's on Tubi.
Oh, I just found it. I think. Wait, what year did you say?
2010.
Oh no, never mind. I found a different thing. Okay.
And then there's also a 1994 Japanese film.
That's the one I
called Kappa.
I just found. Yeah,
that looks more like an alien than a Kappa.
It does. I just saw that. But here's Death Kappa. Oh my god!
See his little hair ring it's got.
I just can't with this.
Yeah,
it's got a 4.6 on IMDb. Somehow I thought it would be even worse.
You know what I mean?
Like somehow that's better than I thought it could possibly. Oh, look at this woman like embracing it. This is insane.
Yeah.
But this is also Japanese, right?
Kappa's
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so it has to be a Japanese.
Tell me.
Here we go. Yeah.
You wouldn't have enjoyed Hatchet even more if they were little Ninja Turtles running around, cucumbers hanging out of their mouth, farting, tickling, and kidnapping people to murder them.
No, but I do think we should watch Death Kappa. That's all I'm going to
Put that on our list.
Let's just throw it on. Let's just put it on there and see if we change one of the picks this year to just change someone's pick to Death Kappa and see what happens.
All right, we'll see. We'll put on there, see what happens. That's what happens when it's just a you and me episode.
I know.
We start adding stuff to list. They got to deal with it. So you're still saying Kappa not better than Victor Crowley?
No, he's not better than Victor Crowley.
All right. Well,
he's bizarre. I'll give you that. But
yeah.
No.
Well, how about we go to Australia?
Okay.
Have you ever been to Australia?
No, I've always wanted. It's my bucket list place.
Well, you may not want to.
Australia and Japan, which we just went through. So these are my two bucket lists. Yeah, these are my two bucket list places back to back.
You could, on one road in Japan, not only run into Kappas, also have a stranger walk up to you, disrobe, turn around, show you his butthole eye.
I knew where this was going. His butthole eye. I forgot. I said it reverse. Eye butthole.
Where in Australia, you could be eaten by everything, including
that is true.
This next creature, which I feel like I should be able to say better.
Say it however you want.
A bunyip. A bunyip. A bunyip. Bunyip. I'm gonna say bunyip.
Bunyip. Yeah,
bunyip.
But I understand I understand how it's probably spelled, kind of. Yeah, bunyip. Let's just go with that.
Basically, they're like these creatures live in swamps. They look like a saber-toothed tiger with the tail of an eel or a sea lion, excuse me, and like flipper feet.
Wait, start over. It looks like a
it basically looks like a walrus. It looks like a walrus mixed with a tiger.
Walrus mixed with a tiger.
Yep. So it's like tiger
we should watch
body,
Tusk.
Tiger face.
Yeah.
Giant tusk.
That's a saber tooth, like you said, though.
A seal tail and like seal/cat hands.
Okay.
And basically they would just eat people. And they actually believe that they used to be peaceful creatures. But the Aborigines have their mythology. They used to be guardians of the wetlands. And then there's a tale of two brothers who found a way to turn into black swans. And they went and stole a bunyip calf. And
wait,
that's
the
why
brothers turned into black swans?
Yeah, and stole a bunyip calf. Okay. And that's why the bunyip started attacking people.
Okay.
That's what they believe.
All right.
So a giant tiger seal.
I mean, I kind of want to see this thing. Cooler. I mean, better than a movie of Victor Crowley. I don't know, but
a giant walrus / tiger.
Yeah, I'm having thoughts of Tusk, and I'm not sure. Like,
well, yeah, add tiger feet to it and a cat face.
Yeah, and Justin Long's.
Yeah, Justin Long's eyes.
Yeah, that's what I feel like it's going to end up looking like.
And then you have the bunyip.
Yeah, the bunyip.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I'm looking up every whatever these are.
I'm just saying.
Swamp cryptids you're giving me. This is fun.
Think how much cooler than Victor Crowley.
I did spell that kind of correctly.
Yes, Buny.
Oh my God, what the fuck is this thing? This doesn't look like anything. Wait a minute. The fuck is this?
It's a bunyip.
I want to see a bunyip movie.
See what I'm saying?
Holy shit, what the fuck is this thing?
Not only could they bite you and scratch you, they could smack you around with that big seal tail.
That big seal. Yeah, well, this is a weird looking thing. I'm not even, it's so funny because some of the pictures draw it more like seal-like, and then some of the pictures draw it way more tiger, like cat-like. And it's so interesting because it goes like both directions. Like people don't seem to mix them very well. It's either way more cat-like or way more seal-like. They don't know how to fucking hybrid this thing.
Right. That's the
really
horror.
Weird looking one
of the bunyip.
Okay.
I have you intrigued now, don't I?
It's what? That one intrigued now. Yeah, that one's but
excuse me, a little better than Victor Crowley, huh? All right. Well, how about we go to Egypt?
Okay.
In Egypt, there was they had this guardian who lived in like the swamps and the wetlands. Her name was Heket. She had the body of a woman.
Okay.
And the head of a frog.
I don't like her.
She was actually the fertility goddess of not just fertility of childbirth, but the fertility of agriculture.
And so she's the one that wants me to pop out babies?
She likes to help deliver babies in the swamp.
Yeah.
Also,
so she's a doctor?
Once a year, she also would flood the Nile.
Okay.
So that the frogs could mate and spawn.
Mm.
And then that would spread nutrients throughout Egypt.
Okay. The frog gynecologist is my least favorite.
It's kind of lame.
Yeah, she's my least favorite.
It's kind of lame.
She doesn't even, like, we're talking about bunyips and kappas and like weird shit. And then this woman comes in and just wants to start delivering babies and give me my pap smear. I'm good. We don't need this one.
I mean, I think she just wants to deliver babies. I don't know if she wants to do that other stuff.
Well, she's at the bottom. She definitely went to the bottom, this one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I got one more for you.
One more. Okay. It's a lot of swamp creatures here.
This one may be my favorite.
Oh, God.
In name, in just the nonsense it is.
All right.
And this one comes straight here, right out of the old US of A.
Oh, yes. Okay. Where?
In the state of Wisconsin.
Okay.
And his name is Titty Mun.
Why did you wait till I drank water for that one?
Pure accent. TIDDYMUN. Titty Mun. You want to hear about Titty Mun? Which sounds like a perverted Pokemon.
Is he hanging out with Ragamume?
You know what? I don't think so. I don't think Ragamume would want anything to do with Titty Mun.
Okay, I'm ready. I stopped saying his name. I can't.
So Titty Mun is apparently this little old marsh man. He's this little old wrinkly man that lives in a marsh. Apparently he has a little marsh property.
Okay. How little are we talking here?
Everything I saw just says he's a little old marsh man.
Okay, all right.
And apparently when he laughs with a very shrill, high-pitched voice that sounds like a wetland bird called the northern lapwing.
Okay.
Whenever Titty Mun's marsh, if people are working around it and it gets drained, or like if they cause it to like, if people like dump dirt and build up and cause it to flood, or if like they mess with that marshland, he gets real mad and he'll go to local villages and curse them with curses of pestilence.
Okay.
So they all get swamp diseases. And the only way,
God.
And then, well, there's one way to stop him, but if you don't meet his demands, with the pestilence, he'll then just flood your village with swamp water.
Okay.
So if you notice people start getting swamp diseases, you have to do this one thing he requires to stop him. And that is the whole village has to stand outside and chant Titty Mun over and over again until they hear him laugh his bird call laugh. And then he'll stop.
This is a practical joke that someone played on a whole community.
It's Titty Mun. There ain't no joking about Titty Mun.
This is a practical joke that someone played on a whole community to have them stand outside.
You do not joke about Titty Mun.
I am joking about him. And I refuse to say his name.
Even if you had a swamp disease and your house was flooded with swamp water?
Not a chance of saying his name. Can I call him Booby Mun?
No, it's his name is Mr. Titty Mun.
There's a Mr.
Titty. As a sign of respect, so I don't get swamp diseases.
He's Sir Booby Mun.
Sir Titty Mun. Titty. Maybe
it's tidy. Maybe it's tidy.
Tidy only has
one D. It's not spelled right, but yeah, I know. I just, yeah.
Tidy only has one D.
Right?
Tiddy has two Ds. I think there's like some kind of rule with I's, double crosses.
There is. MUNN or MUN?
Just MUN.
That matters.
Titty Mun.
I keep saying it.
Because that's his name. You know what I mean?
My God. There's been of all like of a lot of things that you've pulled out the ass of the internet to tell us about. Like the things I've heard tonight are some fucking, the swamp's got some weird fucking shit in it.
All I know is I hope no one ever like say, hey, can I use your computer? And then look through my history. Yeah, like, I hope no one's ever like, hey, can I use your computer for a minute? And they're like, oh, I'm gonna look through his history real quick because they're gonna see like Titty Mun. There's like picture of like a guy bent over with an eyeball ass.
Oh my God.
Little Ninja Turtles tickling women's feet.
Yeah, like, tonight has had quite a few very weird ones.
I would rather watch a movie with all of them.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna say rather because I love Hatchet, but I'm not gonna lie. For one of the first times ever, I would watch movies with a lot of these cryptids in it. Like, we go through some crappy, like, but some of these I kind of want to
see.
Not the tickling so much. I feel like that would be a different type of movie, but like the dismemberments and eating and
it's like basically Little Ninja Turtles with hair.
Not just them, but yeah.
Yeah, then you got the bun. Then you got the bunyip.
The bunyip is the one that's like.
Then you got Titty Mun.
Oh my God! I even the sirens, which at this point they've worked themselves down because there's been some weird shit that's come out. And the old lady in the beginning.
Yeah. Jenny Greenteeth.
Jenny Greenteeth.
You know what's weird? You know what's crazy to me?
What?
It seems like anytime, like, you know, you talk about these like lores and stuff from different countries, they got these like crazy names.
Yeah.
Anything we've done from like British lore, they give it like a real name. You notice that?
Like a person's name, a person's name, like Jenny. You're talking about.
Yeah, they're like, oh, there's just like swamp witch that eats people. What do we call her? Jenny Green Teeth.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I mean,
I guess I get the green teeth. Her teeth are green. Why Jenny? That just looks like Jenny.
Yeah. That must be why. Yeah, why she has a real name, I don't, but.
Now, if they gave her like a powerful name.
What's powerful? To be, what do you mean?
Titty Mun.
Oh, sorry. Really powerful is what you're going with for that description?
Listen, there are names.
Ragamume is a powerful name.
That basically,
Titty Mun is not.
If you think about it, right? I bet you Ragamume is like old German for like titty ma'am. And he's like Titty Mun. You know what I mean?
But she has a cooler name, but she has a cooler sounding name.
That's just for him.
Because his is, I know that's why though. His is just American or whatever.
Can you imagine if like you're a kid?
Of course the Titty Mun is American. I'm just putting that out there too.
Yeah. Could you imagine if you're a kid in Wisconsin and then you're watching this little old swamp man stamp around, get mad, throw in swamp disease, and you run back to your village, you're like, Titty Mun, and like you slap your mouth. Like, don't say that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying.
I can't. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I still think we should start like some kind of show where like these things fight.
Yeah. How are these things fighting though? How are we finding them?
Like a death match.
Or are we like representing them? Are we doing like celebrity death match?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, like a claymation version of these things
like
fighting?
Ragamume versus Titty Mun. I feel like that just has to be.
She's winning no matter what she's in.
Is she immune from swamp diseases? We don't know.
No, but she's gonna just kill him with her boobs.
From his name, I don't think he'll mind.
It's true. That's the way he wants to go, I guess. Yeah. But there's nothing about this guy being perverted in this lore.
No, he apparently just gets mad when you mess with his swamp yard.
What a waste. What a waste of a name.
He's just out in the swamp, hanging out, trying to enjoy his life. Laugh like a bird.
Yeah, that's weird too, but okay.
We all know people who laugh. That when they laugh, it sounds like a bird. And everyone hates them. They want them to be sad all the time because they hate their laugh.
They don't have to listen to them.
They don't have to listen to them.
All right, well.
We all know those people.
Fair.
But they can't give you swamp diseases, flood your house with swamp water, or have a cool name.
I hate to break this to you, but he is also one of the lamest ones. The other ones dismember and eat and like drown and whatever. And
he is so just powerful.
Cursing you with
disease.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know.
He's like one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, but with swamp
I know,
theme.
but like you know what I mean? I get it, but like imagine if like he was on Supernatural instead as one of the.
Oh, that is so cool.
Which one was Pestilence?
He was the doctor.
I know him. Oh, what's his name?
Oh, he's been much stuff.
I always think, he is. I always think of Death, though. Death is in everything.
Death is so good.
Yeah. Now we're on it. But yeah, like Pestilence is that other guy.
Yeah. You know, I've been rewatching Supernatural. I've been like working, like doing schoolwork and stuff.
Too. There was a period of time where I was always rewatching it.
You know what makes me sad?
What?
Seasons 1 through
5
were so good.
Yeah.
I'm almost done with season 6.
Oh yeah,
I hate it.
I used to only watch through like 7 because there are a couple of good ones in 6 and 7.
There are some good ones in 6.
I think the alien abduction one is 6 or 7. Yeah. I find that one fucking funny, right? Yeah. The one where they like they're out in the middle of like that one's fucking funny. And that's in 6 or 7. But yeah, I generally, if I recommend to anybody, I tell them to watch through 5 and then they could stop. Like, unless they just want to watch the premiere of 6 to see like the ending, like the end. But like, I tell them they only have to watch through 5 and they'll still enjoy it. And I said, but if you're going to also just go like 6 or 7 and then you're like, they're like really.
It's crazy because like throughout the whole series, there's like every season has like a couple episodes. You're like, oh man, this is funny. Or like, oh, this would have been cool if they had dragged this out a little bit more.
Yeah.
But like the overarching villains, like, ooh.
1 through 5 are some of the best television story writing I've ever seen, or just even like what I've ever seen of a show. And I say that like unapologetically and unironically, that Supernatural seasons 1 through 5 are amazing storytelling and like just an amazing story.
Oh, I agree.
And then they wanted more and they wanted to continue the show. And
well, I would have been fine if they continued if everything didn't always lead back to Angels and Demons.
Yeah,
they just kept falling right.
That's the problem. Like 1 through 5, like it's everything sums up and it's fine. The amount that you get of that 1 through 5 is fine, but you're right. Then it's like we always fucking came back to it, and I was like, I'm kind of over this. Like,
right, and like they could have done stuff with like they kind of did with like Leviathan, like horror, Eldritch Horror kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but then like what did we find out? Oh, it's just for the Angels and Demons. So like,
yeah, it was always
and then like I actually liked the Frankenstein episodes, like those 3 episodes, where like the Frankenstein. Yeah, it's like the Frankenstein family. Like that, they could have been a good villain throughout like a whole season.
Yeah,
but like they're like 3 episodes. They're like well.
Yeah, and then they're done.
We're going back to demons.
They're always back to demons. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also a few storylines in there that I always thought would come back and they never did. Like the time Dean kills that kid's mom.
Yeah.
I always thought that was because that kid literally threatens him and says he's gonna like kill him one day. Like says he's gonna come back. And I always thought we were gonna get to season whatever and that kid would come back. And he never fucking came back.
Did you you know what? Hey,
I was like, what's wrong with these writers?
We're gonna finish this episode of Campfire Tales of Supernatural Talk.
Yes.
If you're watching now, you're going through spoiled.
I forgot we're recording.
I'd pause till you finish it, and then you finish this episode. This is a Jamie and Eli episode. We can do whatever the fuck we want. Did you watch? So, spoiler alert, because I'm going to talk about the series finale. Spoiler alert. This is your final warning. I don't want to hear any whiner babies. Oh, we're doing it.
Series finale. But okay, what?
You watched the series finale?
So, I watched the series finale, but for people that don't know and might know, the series finale had to be filmed during COVID.
Yep.
I hated the series.
It was the absolute worst.
For a show that so many people have such a strong feeling towards, even if it got bad towards the end, like I loved those characters and wanted the end to be what everybody assumed the end would be, which is basically them reuniting with fucking everybody.
Yep.
Bobby and Joe and what was the other one's name? Is it Ellen and Joe?
Ellen and Joe. Yep.
And like, you know, all those random, and John, of course, and like, but I only like old John Winchester.
Garth.
Like all these people, and then fucking COVID, and we got like the worst fucking ending for a show that should have had.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I get like
the best ending ever, and it had the worst ending ever.
And I get that it's changed some stuff COVID, but like they couldn't have picked a worse. So let's get into it a little bit, right? I was fine how they wrapped up the storyline with God being the big bad.
Yeah.
I was fine with all that.
Yeah.
So then,
the random kid though that could defeat them, I don't know, like that
Jack. That whole thing with Jack was dumb from the 4 seasons before it.
Yeah,
all the way to the end. That was all stupid. But you know what? Whatever.
He was like a Nephilim.
He was a Nephilim.
Yeah,
yep.
I call him a Heffalump from.
He was a Heffalump.
Yeah.
He was like a big baby.
He was okay. Anyway, sorry, we don't even have to.
He's the worst.
Yeah.
So then they're like basically Sam and Dean's job now because like. Jack's like, well, I'm not going to let any more monsters be made. Yeah. He's got to go clean them up. Even though he has the power of God, it could be like, no more monsters.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what, you two? You've had a hard enough run.
Yeah, you've had a really hard life.
Your life
died in danger. At least 5 times each.
You've lost everybody you loved. But what I really need you two to do right now, you made me a god. You came up with this whole, you saved the world. Everything
numerous
you've
times,
done.
By the way.
What I need you to do now is basically, because like I'm real busy and I don't really want to be involved. Go kill the rest of the monsters. And they're like, cool. And I figured one of them would die. What I didn't figure, it would be in the lamest way possible. Dean and Sam go to take out a couple vampires. And one of them pushed Dean into a pole that had a nail in it that went into his spine. And so they pull him off the pole and he's laying there.
Yep.
And then it proceeds to be what feels like a 25-minute scene.
You know that I actually even forgot about that? Thanks for reminding me of just how terrible.
Of Dean chewing the scene up for like 10 minutes. And then watching Sam struggle, the longest, most agonizing goodbye, there would be minute shots of just Sam crying and no one saying anything. And it was just like, it was terrible. And then you're like, this hell is finally over. Dean's in heaven. And he's like, oh, my brother. And they're like, he'll be here before you know it. And like, then you go to a 10-minute scene of like
him driving,
of Dean driving around heaven in his car, but then it flashes to Sam's real life. He was like, well, now I can be a lawyer or whatever. And then like we're gonna move into Bobby's house. And like then they put him in the worst Mr. Rogers old man makeup I've ever seen. And then when he like dies of old age in the worst makeup, but they didn't put any makeup on his hands, which like just stuck out like, and it was like it was like a soap opera style death. And then they're all like, we're at heaven now. We're gonna go visit our parents. Their property's over there. And it's like, and then they're all just standing on a bridge waving.
Yeah. The thing is, like, also, if I didn't already see Sam and Dean die at least 3 times each in more impactful. Like, so like the first time it happens, you're kind of moved by it. Like the first time, Sam's the first one. Sam is the first one to die. Yep. Back in that little weird when they get that little
Dean's
village
the
thing.
First one to die.
Oh, I thought Sam is when they're in that little village thing.
No, remember he died. Dean dies. He died in the hospital. And he was like brain dead, and that's when he was with the Reaper, and then that's when John made the deal with Yellow Eyes.
Oh, when John, okay, you're right, you're right. Okay, but fine, fair. But did he actually does Sam even mourn him? Because I feel like the one where Sam gets, where you know when they're put in the middle of that like old western empty town,
that was like the first
Sam
like mourning
dies, and like Dean holds him. You're like, oh fuck, and then like we get a real Dean one eventually or whatever, and then we get the sacrifices even at the end of 5. We get the fucking hilarious episode where Dean just keeps dying because that one's pretty
Groundhog Day.
But like but to end the whole series on a death when these two have come back 18 times.
Yep. And like Jack's like, no more.
Yeah, you know, all the other deaths, like Ellen and Joe broke my heart.
Oh my God, so
Bobby
sad.
fucking destroyed me.
So sad.
John destroys me probably too, just because like. But Sam and Dean, it gets old by the end of that.
Yeah.
But I still only just wanted them to reunite with everybody. Like that's all I fucking wanted at the end.
Well, I thought right, and I thought when they said like, because like there's a big running line throughout like the first 5 seasons that Dean was like, when I finally die, I'll be going like 80 miles an hour or something, going out in hell or whatever. And nope, he got pushed into a pole.
Yes, I know. It's the most for Dean. It's the most pathetic. Like,
and like it was. I was just like, oh, like that.
It's ridiculous.
And then like just all like hanging out, you know, and having an hour. But then I don't know if you heard the news. They're bringing the show back.
No, they're not.
They're doing a revival.
With them, or because I won't watch, because I didn't watch the prequel at all. I didn't even watch
I watched the first episode
because I felt like they were rewriting
they were
canon.
The whole premise was Dean figured out a way to get out of heaven.
Okay.
And it was guiding his parents without them knowing he was their son to like try to
I don't
whatever.
Even care. No.
It was terrible. And then like they got canceled. So like the last episode, like Jack and Bobby show up and they go, we told you not to do this. Back to heaven. Get out of here. And then like they reversed all of it or whatever. And now they're doing a revival. So like, what are they going to do? Like, hey, boys, the angels and demons are back.
Yeah. What are we bringing them back to life?
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I'll fucking watch it.
Listen, this is like I don't know. Every couple of years I get a burn my ass. And I'll rewatch the series, and I'll even rewatch the parts 8. Now there are episodes I'll just skip. I hate it.
Yeah, there's episode. Yeah, there's like.
But like I'll rewatch it, and I'll be like, like watching Castiel like for 11 seasons.
Oh, but he's so adorably dumb in the beginning, though.
Oh, he's so good.
They play out all these characters way too much. Like Castiel is one of the greatest things to happen to television, and then by the end of it, it's like,
well, like there's like
the one where he's tweeting because he's Misha Collins.
Yep.
Oh my God, the one where he's like tweeting Misha Migos. Hola, Misha Migos. I was like, oh my God, he was
like, that's a good episode. That's actually a really good episode.
That's an amazing episode. Yeah. That like meta episode. That one, the fucking one where they go to a convention, I talk about all the time. Where they go to the supernatural convention.
Yeah, I love Gabriel. He's like the one character that they keep bringing back that I didn't mind as much.
Yeah.
I always like Gabriel. Garth was fine.
I can't believe maybe you and I should start a Supernatural podcast.
We'll go episode by episode.
Yeah. I bet you there's 1,000 of them out there.
But you know what? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
I mean, that show, of all the show, like, they are still, like, that show is still fucking, their fan base is, like, out of control.
They still do their conventions.
I know they do. I just got a thing for one, and I consider going in May.
Oh, we have to think of a good title for it, though.
Yeah, you gotta come up with not the road so far, or whatever.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Carry on, my wayward son. We're not gonna do that.
I don't know.
We'll think of it.
We just came up with one of our best ideas yet.
That might be our best idea. That might be our best idea. Because, like, I know Mary all the time goes, "Why do you keep watching this?" And I'm like,
"Because it's fantastic.
Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop."
Oh my god!
That episode where Dean and like how Fly gets them.
Oh yeah. So my sister and I used to, this probably even goes back to MySpace maybe, but definitely Facebook, and when it was easier to do. We used to have through text message, but I just mean on social media, full conversations with just Supernatural gifts. So like every answer was another Supernatural gift and like a reply. And like we were able to have full conversations just like with just Supernatural gifts. Oh my god, the Tall Tales one, we have to stop because like I just can't make Tall Tales. Hey, we always do that one too.
This is our episode.
I've had enough of your blah 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 blah. Oh my god, we do this. This is our episode. This is just a preview of what's to come for our podcast.
People don't even know. You want to hear people for like the first however many episodes love something? Except you know what though? In all fairness,
I love it. I love it 1 through 5.
I love season 1 through 5. There are parts of it though I don't care for. That the girl from The Walking Dead. Maggie.
When Maggie's on,
I hated her. I forgot all about her.
Yeah, she's Bella. Bella is terrible.
That's right.
Bella. Yep.
Hate her. I
also hate when Catherine Newton comes in, but those are later seasons, and that's what sucks. The one for fucking freaky and whatever. Like the fucking mini female Dean. I hate her. She
plays like whatever Castiel's meat suit. His vessel's name. It's her daughter.
Yeah.
That scene where like they find that jungle lady that fights the insect people or whatever, and they save her. Oh, it's terrible.
Because the thing is, I've never rewatched like the end seasons. I always stop at like 7 or 8. Like I never rewatched those. I can't do the girls. Like I can't do all those little girls.
It's like so many.
That times. Sheriff, whatever her name is, takes in.
You know what's crazy? She's like, there are some characters that like keep showing up. Like her, the sheriff, both of the sheriff ladies. By like the 11th time they're back, I'm like, oh, for the love of all it's holy.
No, I know.
Like,
I don't want them there anymore. They're terrible.
I loved everything Crowley was in. So
Crowley.
Did
I.
So good.
I mean, he's amazing.
So good. I liked his mother. I liked the witch. I can't think of her name.
Oh, I love her too.
Really
the redhead. The redhead. Yeah,
Gabriel.
She's great.
Really good.
Yeah. No, all those are good. It's like some of those ancillary nonsense.
Not for people. Here's a hot take. I didn't like Felicia, whatever her name is, her stuff, Charlie.
I didn't either, Eli.
Supernatural podcast. It's coming, people.
Felicia Day, whatever her name is. Felicia Day. I hated it, Charlie.
I liked the LARPing episode because
the episode's funny, but like her, she's so obnoxious because she's one of those characters. Like, oh, she's so quirky. Look at her. She's so cute. She's so nerdy and quirky. And I'm like, no, she's not.
And then that whole thing where you find out she's basically fucking Dorothy from Wizard of Oz.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Like,
yeah.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Also, love the Ghost Farcers.
Oh, they are amazing.
Love them. Did you know? Or Facers, not Farcers. Did you know
their first episode? Oh my god.
Oh my god. But did you know they did a little like video series on their website for like a year?
I think I might have known that, but I didn't watch it.
Not as good. Some of it was good, but like
the first time they show up, it's like that episode is fucking hilarious. It's so good.
I really like the episode where like they're breaking up because they're both in love with the production assistant, and then they get them back together. Oh my god, it's so good.
I gotta rewatch this. If we're either rewatching this because we're doing a podcast.
Let's do it. We'll do like, maybe we'll do like each episode. We'll do like a couple episodes an episode.
Yeah, so that it's condensed. Yeah, like or
that's a little bit. We'll do like 3 episodes an episode.
3. I was about to say that, like 3.
And we'll talk. Oh my god, are we doing this? Because like I can talk about Supernatural.
Yeah, so can I.
I can talk about
it. First of all, we just did because I think we took half this episode. I didn't even remember we were still recording this.
Who cares? Listen, this is what happens when you have a Jamie and Eli only episode, people. You talk about some feet tickling swamp creatures.
Yep.
Talk about Supernatural. Hashtag TM Supernatural podcast coming from the truth.
Oh, yeah. I hope if anybody has not watched it, watch along with us because it's a fucking ride.
You watch them first, then listen to our commentary. Because, oh, man, there's so much to get in there.
Oh, God. I want to rewatch it. So this is like,
I do every once in a while. Like I said, I'll go back and rewatch it again.
I used to watch it over and over again as like background at work because it's like an easy thing. And I knew it so well that like it's, you know.
And hell, if we're doing this, I'll just start back over again. I don't care.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I don't care. Because I love season 1 through 5.
You gotta take notes this time.
Notes.
For right now, we're calling it's 1 through 5 because that's where the show is supposed to end.
Yeah.
We can even talk about we'll talk about the beginning of 6 just to wrap up.
And then we'll decide what we're gonna do.
And then we'll decide where we're going.
We'll decide what goes because by that point, you know, the revival comes out. Maybe we'll want to be like, all right, well, I guess we gotta go to the rest
new
of it.
one. Yeah.
Get to the revival. I tell you what I won't do. We'll not talk about that prequel.
No, we're not. Not a chance. I'm not watching that. That's where I draw the line.
And also, they just announced when they kind of like they teased the revival. They also got leaked that at one point they were going to make a video game.
Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah, I would have played that game. Yeah, I would have played that game so I could go kill a couple people that didn't really like the show. Did you like Benny?
Yes, I did. Benny. Well, I liked it when he first showed up. Well, he wasn't in it often, right?
He was like on and off that first season.
That season? Yeah. I liked him. I liked the guy too that ended up being like an Emmy. The guy from This Is Us. He hates vampires, whatever, and then he actually turns into one, whatever.
Yeah. He was good.
Or he tries to kill Dean because Dean is, but like.
That's right. Yeah, he was good. Yeah. There's actually a lot of like big people.
These people that reoccurred in the beginning are fucking. Oh, yeah. So talk about. Okay, we could end this now. I'm sorry to everybody, but talking about people being in it every single time we watch a horror movie, and I say we because we're horror fans. Every single time, and I say I know that person. They are always a bit like girl number 3 in Supernatural, and I always go, oh, that's exactly who that. I know exactly who they are by the time. Everybody has come through Supernatural, especially if they're from Canada. Yeah. Everybody.
Oh, for sure.
There's not a actor that has not passed through Supernatural.
Yeah, I just rewatched when I was rewatching it. I rewatched the convention episode last week, and I forgot the in that episode the girl who's like playing the ghost in the LARPing segment. She was Daisy on Bones.
Oh, see, I didn't watch that, but yeah, because everybody comes through Supernatural. It's like back in the days of like soap operas or whatever, like everybody comes through Supernatural, like especially if you're in like that horror genre. You've been an angel, a demon, a random person that died, a ghost, whatever. You've been on that.
An angel.
Oh my God, when Sam has to. Okay, we're done. No, we're done. We're going to discuss this when we get into the show.
We're going to think of a really good name, though. A really good name.
I'm not great on it, but I'll start thinking.
But we'll figure it out. You heard it there, folks. Look at this. Not only did you get the first ever Jamie Eli episode, you got a sneak preview of what's to come in the Truth Gang.
We just made a spinoff.
Apparently, the Wicked Wild under their network's about to have another podcast. People, that's how empires grow.
Oh my God!
And with our knowledge, it'll be a treat. It will be a real treat. But hey, maybe anything you want to tell folks before we wrap this some bitch up?
Yeah. So I have this podcast coming out. It's going to be about Supernatural.
Hey, our first plug. I feel like we should start a baby book. Just take a picture. Our first plug, first prequel, first plug.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So good. So be prepared for that. And then also, check us out, Wicked Wild on all the socials. You got Wicked Wild, you got our website, you got our Slasher, you got our X, Twitter, whatever the fuck it's called nowadays.
You're doing good.
You got our Instagram.
Yep.
On our website, you got our store. Dave's gonna be really proud of this. After
25 minutes of Supernatural talk.
After 25 minutes of Supernatural talk. Get back to the Wicked Wild. Yeah. So hey, people, thanks for listening. We'll catch y'all next time. And remember, if you're going to be walking near a swamp in Japan, I'd wear pants. Bye.